Genshin finally added artifact loadouts! They did not at all. It really looks like, really got really close. I know a ton of people are super salty about this, and I know some other people are being really cope or just don't really know exactly what's going on. We're gonna try and have the most objective take possible. We're gonna go through this, and we already know that it's not what we wanted, but I'm gonna go through this and see if I can even find a use for it, because I have a feeling that not only is it bad, it's completely useless, but I want to give it the fairest shot possible. And because obviously I've read it over, but I want to deep dive into every little bit about it to make sure we're not missing anything and to make sure we're being objective as possible and not just skimming through, because it's pretty long. It's a pretty long description. And then I know a lot of people are talking about how it paves the way for future updates for what we actually want. So we're going to talk about whether that makes sense or not, and whether I think that real loadouts are going to be here eventually. So developer discussion 1 of 17. Fast equip artifacts, Serenity Pot optimizations, system and function updates. Fast equip artifacts. Following on from the artifact management optimizations in version 4.3, we'll be introducing the fast equip artifacts feature in version 4.4. We hope this helps travelers choose and equip artifact sets more quickly. Okay, so that's their goal. And that's what I'm worried about, is I don't think it helps you be faster, but we'll see. You can either choose quick loadout or custom loadout when equipping character with artifacts. Okay, sounds promising so far, but those who know. A set of artifacts will be put together for your reference based on data from recently active players. That's kind of yikes, because the general player base doesn't really know what they're doing with regards to meta. And in this sense, I'm not just talking like character meta, like, oh, this character is meta or not. I mean meta as in, what are the most effective tactics for making a character shine? And that includes artifact. And generally, like, you'll see it all the time, they've been kind of building up to this automated artifact system, where if you go in right now, I can see most people run attack percent, some people run ER, most people run geo damage, attack percent, crit rate or crit damage. But let's go to a more complex character and see if electro damage bonus, attack percent, okay, ER, attack percent, EM, makes sense. I think Hu Tao is probably the one that is the best example of where the general population's not always on the money. You can run HP percentage for sure, but only if you're running a weapon such as Dragon's Bane, or you have an absolutely ungodly amount of elemental mastery substats. You pretty much always want to be running elemental mastery sands for Hu Tao, but it also depends on the set. It depends on all these different things. So anyways, all this to say, I don't necessarily trust the general population to generate my loadout, especially since, but maybe it's not for me. Maybe this is just a casual only feature. So let's see. When generating a loadout, it will only consider artifacts not already equipped by other characters. Quick loadout or custom loadout. This is under development, is not indicative of final product. You can select the artifact main affix, set type, and minor affixes, and choose whether or not to use artifacts that haven't already been equipped. So you got to go in here and press plus, and then choose the main stat, then choose the goblet, then choose the set, and then choose this, and then choose the circlet, then choose the set type. Priority for substats. What are you going to do? Crit rate, crit damage? What about EM? What about attack percent? You know what this could be useful for? This could be useful if they integrated the damage formula into this, and they could help you calculate what set would do the most damage under certain conditions. And you could like set this team, you could like set a team and set conditions like VV buff active. It'd be like if it was modeled after the artifact optimizer, that would be really cool. But that is like a pretty hardcore feature, so I kind of got my doubts that would happen. You can adjust the artifact sets generated by custom loadout according to their own requirements. So it looks like once it generates your set, then you can go in and edit them yourself in case it picked the wrong one or it didn't pick an off piece. I love how they have the most hopium artifact possible as the example. That's super funny. So check alternatives, and then you can go in and select them yourself. See, what I don't understand, it says, this is where if you could save it as gladiator set for Amber, and you could save multiple of these sets, that would be good. But let's see. But that's it. So I guess what people are getting, where people are going from is leaks. Leaks have said that there is only one custom loadout. You can't save Amber's gladiator set. You can't save Navia's geo set. More importantly, you can't save something like Raiden's elemental mastery set, Kuki's elemental mastery set, Raiden's emblem of severed fate set. This would also be really useful to have sets for like characters that can't use Furina but sometimes do, like Eula's pale flame set or Eula's Maria Shisei set, and you could set presets for that. I'm just so confused. Like, is this even useful? Even for a new I guess guess, because even for a new player, you still got to go in and set each of these things. Maybe when you press plus, you can also just choose recommended. So because you've got fast equip, but did we already equip or no? So we've already got recommended set. Let's watch them go through this again. So they go in, you can check alternative and change it. It's really just a different artifact equipping screen. I'm just confused. It's like, what really is the point of this? We're in a teapot optimizations, hangout optimization, quest optimizations, more teams. I'm really excited for the borderless mode. This is unironically a really big W, because every time if I'm on Genshin and I'm playing with full screen, it minimizes the window and it's super pain on my double monitor. So I'm unironically really excited for the borderless layout. Model precision, makes his earring rounder, something like that. So some people are saying that this is better than another artifact loadout system because people would actually use it. And normally I'm pretty sympathetic to the casual play, like catering towards the casual player. And I still am, obviously, but in this circumstance, because again, the casual player is what makes the money. But in this circumstance, I don't exactly see how this benefits the casual player all that much. Wait, these are plus 20 artifacts, but they don't have any stats on them. I just realized that. That's super, super, super funny. They're not leveled. They're an unleveled plus 20 artifact. That's actually really, really, really funny. Here's another example of the AI not being hip with the times. If you are using him with Farina, then Mariushisei Hunter should be up here. But obviously it's not a super popular thing yet, but it's definitely better than, Glad, two-piece Glad, two-piece Vivier. I mean, I guess, is this an upgrade to what we currently have? Maybe. I've been sitting here for a long time trying to think if I could use this at all. Because the thing is, you can already filter. Like, here's what I really don't understand. I can already select Desert Pavilion Chronicle as my filter. And I can already set attack percentage as my sorting. And I can see the ones that I have. This isn't even attack percentage. But it's filtering, but it's sorting by attack percentage. I only have one attack percentage. So like, it's already filtered this set for me. So like, what is this even doing? Like, I guess you can now sort by, I guess it's just, you know what this is? It's the sorting feature, but sorting all artifacts on one screen and then a quick equip. So we've got a quick equip and then we've got the sorting that we already have, but instead of multiple buttons and then the filter, it's just one screen that you can sort by. That's what this is. They could really easily save this by just whatever you make with your custom loadout, that you could save it for later. That's all we want, right? For me personally, artifact loadouts aren't a super big deal to me because what annoys me is just forgetting that my character doesn't have artifact. Like if I take my Kuki, like for example, my Kuki for the last 2 weeks hasn't been on an elemental mastery build because I took it off and gave it to Toma and I just forgot. And so I've been using my Hyperbloom team just forgetting that Kuki wasn't even on an artifact set. So for me personally, the change that I would want to see isn't even artifact loadout. The change that I want to see is when I'm going to the Spiral Abyss, I just want to be able to edit my characters from the Spiral Abyss screen. I want to be able to go over to floor 12, start things up, pick my team, and be able to click on Alhaitham and look and see what weapon he has, what artifacts he has, before I go into so I can double check to make sure he's using the artifact. I mean, a loadout would be nice, but this to me is a bigger problem, and that's just for me. I mean, I can't speak to, maybe other people want the loadouts for the overworld and stuff like that. For me, I only really care about what artifacts my characters are running when I'm actually in the Abyss. When I'm in the overworld, I don't care. So what I want is to be able to go in, make sure they have the right weapon, make sure that they have artifacts, and even just being able to switch them from this screen without having to go all the way back out here, going into the character selector, scrolling through, finding the character, checking their weapon, checking their artifacts, and then only to find out he's all good, going back in, realizing that I forgot to check my Nahida and I have to go all the way back out, go in, check my Nahida, yes, we're okay, etc. That's the really big annoyance for me that it has to do with artifact switching. The actual loadout wouldn't get me all the way there. It'd be nice. It'd definitely be a dub, but it wouldn't get me to feeling good about the equipping system. And this just seems like a fancy filter. It's just a slightly better version of the filter that we have. And I definitely disagree. Like, let's respond to a couple people. I definitely disagree with the person that says everyone will use this and not many people would have used loadouts. I think that this may be used as much or more than loadouts, but it may be used less. I don't think that even by casuals, this doesn't seem like a very casual friendly system. I don't actually know who this is for, but I could be wrong. I'm open to the possibility that it could be wrong. There's people that say the toxic positivity will just be happy with whatever. Let's look. Genshin loadout. Rathiel, the loadouts look bad. This is trash. New loadout system looks positive. There aren't that many videos on it. This one looks positive, but the big creators are not that happy with it. If we search Genshin endgame, not happy, not happy, disappointed, 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 disappointed. I think it's empirically provable that the Genshin community is not necessarily just happy with that, with whatever. Sure, if we look, there's people that misunderstand, right? There's people that think this person's talking about something else. Sure, this person gets it. This person gets it. This person's coping. But look at, they're only getting 9 like, well, like, and Hoyo Lab is one of the most pro Genshin spots. This person saying it's not the artifacts you want, lots of likes. This person says it's better, very few like. This person corrected them, a lot more like. This person complaining about the Serenity Teapot thing, lots of like. This person they think it's the good artifact loadouts, but it's not. This person gets it. This person doesn't get it, and no one agrees with them. So this idea that Genshin players are happy with whatever is just demonstrably not true. Show me where the majority of people are happy with this system. It's just a quick loadout, it's fast equip with custom parameter, no way to save the 5 artifacts as configurations. Yeah. Auto lock artifact is first, then this. And then multiple loadouts for multiple artifacts for sure. I don't think it's for sure that it's coming. If they had said something like future artifact optimizations are coming, if they had said that, then I would be on board. As is, it's possible, but it's not necessarily likely. Whoa, this is worthless. That's so funny. That's so funny. That optimizer, most people get it. And again, Hoyo Lab is one of the most positive. Twitter is much more negative. I would say YouTube maybe is even a bit more positive than Hoyo Lab, or it can be. But in general, looking at Hoyo Lab, they're the most positive towards Genshin. So I would say my final verdict on the loadouts and people's opinions on them is loadouts are really bad. I personally can't see myself using this. I do think maybe for some people, but there's nothing in here that hints that there's future more artifact optimizations. So I'm hopeful but worried, right? I'm hopeful because they keep improving stuff, but I'm worried because they didn't say that they would continue. Like, I would even be fine if they didn't actually put them in, but they still said future artifact optimizations are coming. They didn't say anything like that. So here's hoping. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you even see any use. I'd love to hear exactly the use for the use case for this. That is, other than just, I already use artifact filters, so this will make it a bit easier. I mean, I guess that's the use, right? I don't know what else there is. So let me know your thoughts. Take care. Bye for now.